smells like fucking Coca-Cola.
Like Coca-Cola. It's got a little bit of sweat marks on it already from
Is that your man sweat?
Yeah, it's man sweat.
Huh?
It's man sweat on it.
You know how to take it off? No, you gotta pull the little tethers.
These right here?
Yeah.
Oh.
That releases it. I don't know if you know about safety, but this is...
Have you seen what I drive?
Speaking of what you drive, we are here, Streetcar Takeover Houston, at the 8th mile track, HMP. This is gonna be an 8th mile event, not your typical quarter Streetcar Takeover stuff. But yeah, well, right now we're getting all set up and everything. To help Raymond with his tent, and then we can go from there.
That we normally have for our quarter mile events. They are changed. They basically reflect exactly what your 8th mile would be, say in the 11.0 class. And if you run 7.0s in the 8th,
they're gonna skip the street cruise during this Streetcar Takeover. Instead, what we're gonna do is do a lot of testing. Eliminations don't start for another 2 hours, so I thought, what a perfect time to go ahead and send this truck into retirement than during our test pass coming up right now. So Andy and I are gonna line up for test pass number 1. I'm gonna find out, added just a little bit of power to the bullet. We'll see how the Mentor shocks take it. We're also gonna race Andy at the same time. I'm gonna put him back on the trailer and get going. So first pass, line up against Andy, let's go. Andy did end up hurting something on the rat rod, so as you can see, he's already packed up, he's left, but he went to go get that new Camaro ZL1 that he bought, and he's gonna race it in the street, one of the street racer classes. So he's on his way back with it right now, but that last pass felt good. For me, it was a nice, easy 5.3, easy A to B pass, no problems. Right now, we're gonna turn it up a little bit more, trying to get to that 4.9. If I get a 4.9 today, I'd be perfectly happy, but we're about to race Aaron in the silverback Camaro, and we're going to try to beat him. He's still trying to hit a 5.7, but I think this next pass he's going to try to get a little faster out of the hole, like a 5.0, and see how it works out for him. But it should be a tight race. I don't know if I'll be able to sneak out a win against him, but I'm definitely gonna try, because I'm turning it up slowly. So this next pass will be slow. The qualifying pass will be a little faster, and we'll just keep building off of that. When we get to eliminations, hopefully I'll have it pretty close to kill. But we're gonna go from there. Okay, so that was an interesting race. Aaron ended up doing a massive wheelie, which we know. I mean, we are so used to being on that end, so we know exactly what he's going through. Luckily, he does have oil pan savers, the wheelie skis. If you guys out there making power don't have those, you need to invest in them right now. I'll tell you right now. I was able to make a good pass again. Just turned it up a hair. Went a little faster, 5.2, 1.20 60 foot. Like I said, the goal for today, what I'm trying to achieve, don't necessarily think we're gonna win because we got a lot of heavy hitters here, but I want to go 1-1s and I want to get in those 4-second range 8th mile. I have a lot more power to give it, so I think the 5-second, I think we're gonna get into the 4s today, and just need to work on the 60 foot just a little bit more, just a little more spice on that 60 foot. It's holding it good, it's not wheeling, it's just getting out of the hole great. So yeah, that pass went really, really well. I'm happy with the car so far. Just need to work a little bit more on the 60 foot and we'll be all right. So it looks like the car count is going to be a little bit low for street racers, so they may end up merging it. I'm not exactly sure, but we're still going to stay in. The same class. It does look like the slower class is running 5.7s, so I'm not going to dial down the car. We tried that before. I didn't have any fun doing that. For now, I'm going to have a sandwich, and we'll dial in some more power soon.
Safety first.
The good news is that it did hit 160 foot. I'm in the 1-1s now, so I got that part taken care of. I just need the car to shift. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on the shifter this next round. Really push it into the gate and find out you know, what's going on with it. So that's it. Round 1. They're gonna call us up pretty soon for round 1 of eliminations. We gotta find out who we're gonna partner with and go give it hell.
So what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, better him than one of the other guys. You know, at least I have a good chance against. Although, you know, he's fast. But we're racing Aldo Welds with his twin turbo Mustang.
Yeah, twin turbo
Mustang, and yeah, we watched the car go down the track earlier, and it's fast. So we're gonna have to be on our P's and Q's in order to outrun him. So that's what it is. Turn it up.
551 at 119.
Yeah.
Car's fast, dude.
I fucked up somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, it went straight to third. I manual shifted. I don't know if I left in second on accident or I don't know what, but it went right to third. So
Dang.
that's why I ran 5.5. 60 foot wasn't as fast either. I'm guessing I may have left in second. Possible.
Dang.
It is.
Can we talk about what happened at the burnout?
Yeah, I don't know. It just wouldn't stay
I'm not
straight.
okay with that.
Trying to be a drift car now.
It wouldn't stay straight, so I don't know. It started bad in the beginning. All right, back at the house, back in the garage. It's been a couple days and I've had some time to really think about things, go over and over in my head what happened, what I need to fix in order to make this car right. Obviously, it was running pretty well, consistent 5.2s. We got into the 119s, which was one of my goals during that day, was to hit a 1.1 and get into the 4s. I knew the 4s were going to be a little bit tough, but I was expecting it to be a little faster. What's really holding us back was all that rev limiter action that we were seeing. Every pass seemed to be consistently hitting the rev limiter 1 to 2. The issue that we had that last pass was the same as the last time we raced, which we lost to another Mustang as well, was I turned the air shifter bottle off, planning on manually shifting it myself because I knew to beat Aldo, I knew that I had to have every 10th possible. I couldn't afford to have it hit the rev limiter. So I turned the bottle off. What I didn't remember to do was to drain the line. The line still had CO2. So when we launched, everything was as normal. I was obviously late on the tree. He beat me there. And then the Holly shifted it to second, and then I yanked it into third thinking I was going into second. Car fell on its face. It is what it is. We lost fair and square. Obviously this is no discredit to Aldo. He was already on a hot pass anyway, so it would have been tough to beat him, but I just knew that I turned it off because I knew I had to have every millisecond in order to try to outrun him. So that's what that happened. I made the mistake. So going forward, like I've said already, we're going to fix the shifter issue. And then I noticed on some of the data logs that we've lost the drive shaft sensor somehow. It's not reading RPM. We're gonna need that for the shifter. So we gotta fix those two things for next round, but we are gonna continue race. We got a test coming up next week, which I'm gonna test the air shifter after I make these changes to make sure everything's working. After that, we got a rental we're gonna go to at the end of November that we're gonna race at, and then another race in December. So we've got more racing coming on. I'm gonna make sure this car is dialed in because everything else is working great on it. It's making pass. We're getting PB 60 foots and making some power. I just can't get past this shifter, but once I figure it out, it's gonna fly. So stay tuned. But that's it for now. I'm gonna get to work.